And again, if people think that, Jen, she's just showing it because she just get the spirit fingers out. She's just doing it because she's trying to, you know, she's predatorily preying on the weak and vulnerable. She was the one that was weak and vulnerable. She was the one that was weak and vulnerable initially. Now she's healthy. I'm assuming. I'm assuming she's in complete remission. Okay, so the reason why I'm sharing this is because, um, well, apart from the obvious, I think it's really significant to do because it's almost like you get talking about this whole water thing has been a very eye-opening, let's say, experience because a lot of people say all kinds of crazy and wild things. I mean, so let's just get straight to it. This is from Jennifer Cody, so I'm sure she'll be completely and utterly fine with me sharing this. It's not like bad mouthing her. I'm actually, sharing this because I'm in support of her. So this was a comment on one of her posts. So it says, this is still so predatory. You're preying on people who have gone through chemo and think water can help them feel better after. It just doesn't work like that. And you're not sharing out of the goodness of your heart. You want to make money off these people. So sad. That's what she said. Okay. And then obviously Jennifer, she said what she said. She posted this on a story because she's basically just showing that people are saying this kind of stuff. And if you go over here, she recently made a post and some more people were actually telling her that she didn't have that she's sharing it and she doesn't have and she didn't suffer from cancer. Let's go here. Yeah, right here. You didn't have cancer. You're just trying to sell water machines. And I was just laughing earlier because I'm just like, man, what are these people like? What are people like? What are these people thinking? Like, what like? Do they think that we're sitting behind our computer and we're doing spirit fingers and we're like, oh, we're trying to manipulate you into buying water? I don't know, and all of these things, and it baffles me some of the things that people say to people, and this is all she's doing. I mean, this is someone's daughter, this is someone's wife, this is someone's one day a mother, and people are just like saying all kinds of random and crazy things. I mean, I've shared so much information about how, like, for instance, Janae Aiko, Andy, that's not his actual name, is Andy Ruiz, not Andy Destroyer. He drinks it. Kelly Slater, who else? Chris Cyborg, he's another UFC fighter. Bryson DeChamp, he's a professional golfer. We have Nikki, she's a personal trainer turned, water product distributor for this Kangen water stuff. She brought it to the UFC. Stephen Curry, that was when, 2022. Lito Machida. Tom Brody. Who else? We got Big Sean. We got Myesha Tate. Fun fact about Myesha Tate, she liked my post. Fantastic. Caesar Milan, Douglasboro guy. Paige Hathaway. A lot of different UFC fighters. There's that guy. He's pretty famous in the niche community of conspiracy realists. Levo Fitness got a lot of followers. Baylos, he has an entire community. He's a very high performer when it comes to this stuff. The Awakening, that's Sutton. A lot of different doctors. I mean, I'm sharing this because, like, there's just so much evidence for the amount of backing and social proof for all this stuff. It's almost like, I don't know how short-sighted people like this have to be saying that stuff. I mean, I think it's one thing to be like, oh, it's not real, and these people are led astray, and they're not sharing, and they're just sharing it, but they've misinterpreted the validity and efficacy and voraciousness of the product and the thing which they're sharing. And it's just unfortunate because they may be misleading other people. Not, oh, you're not sharing this out of the goodness of your heart. You're just actually, really, seriously? Like, that's what these people think of these people? In my mind, this accusation is a confession. This person is saying that about themselves. That's what they're doing. Because you can't seriously go on to someone's account and then, say what you say and you have no recollection and understanding of the amount of, for instance, medical professionals that have actually supported the utilization of electrolysis to break apart the compound of water to release and liberate hydrogen, then subsequently be used as a medicinal substance. You can't just go out and say that stuff. I mean, obviously you can. You can say whatever you want because it's the internet. And that's exactly why this person is saying that. But anyhow, like, it's just it's always. I mean, the way I see Jen or someone like Jen, because it's not just her. There's many other different people, right? There's many other different people that are showing this, that are not probably not like these influential people, figures. Let's say they wouldn't be the ones that are necessarily really heralding and advocating and endorsing it as strongly as the average Joe Schmo or whomever that is sharing this. It's just usually just, oh yeah, it's usually your average everyday person, and they have to deal with the brunt of this. I mean, I've seen some of the things that people say to people on this, and this is just one example, and I've experienced it as well. Like some of the things that people say, it's just like you have to like, you momentarily are like confused, and you're genuinely like almost kind of impressed of as just to how like how foul and how low like people have to go to be able to be saying this to people like that. Like it's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, obviously we can understand that maybe they very well or also been. We can interpret it as like, okay, forgive them. Just bless them, say peace and love, whatever the fuck you need to say to them, and then just keep it pushing. But honestly, but I'm just showing that because it's just an interesting kind of insight as to the mindset and the perspective that maybe some people have from the outside looking in, and just kind of some of the stuff that you have to deal with because it's. And I want to finish off on this note. When you actually understand certain things about pertaining to the medical industry, like what the word iatrogenic and many other different things, and just how expensive that medical machinery and devices actually are, and how much like the kind of margins and the profit margins and the things of that nature regarding certain the medical industry at large. And that's not even talking about specific branches of it like oncology or biotechnology, whatever, what have you. It's like the amount of money that's spent in those certain things, no one's batting an eyelid. And then when an individual goes about actually socializing and connecting with people like this, sharing it, they have all the confidence in the world to go and slap this label and say that this is predatory and that this person is preying on people who are vulnerable and weak. And we've got the spirit fingers again. All right, that's what we do. This is what we're doing. All right. That's what seriously, it's just odd, and I think the best way to deal with it is when it comes to this kind of stuff, is to simply just not deal with them, because one thing you have to understand is most people who are like this, they you don't want to deal with them, believe you me. And so anyway, I'm just sharing that just for some perspective. I don't think, in my personal opinion, I do not think, obviously, that Jen is preying on people and is being extremely predatory. No, she's just a lady that's wanting to share something with people that has helped her through her stage 4 cancer experience. That is it. It is simple. It is as simple and as plain with this individual. And anyone who's saying otherwise and is projecting onto this woman and saying that she's doing this because she's been spirit fingers again, I'm sorry, but you're a silly goose. All right, just to be frank. All right. You're a silly goose. Oh my goodness. Okay, so just a quick ad break. So if you guys wanted to see those cool little micro animations of the zooming in and such for the screen recording, you can actually create those very same screen recording micro animations of the zooming in on the text yourself as well. And you can do that via using Screen Studio. So the link should be in the description. It's definitely going to enhance the visual appeal of your videos. I mean, it definitely caught my eye. I saw it from another YouTuber on which I watch avidly, and I just thought to myself, I have to figure out how to get this effect. And lo and behold, needless to say, I got a hand of it. So if you are wanting to get it, there should be a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so just so you know, I will be receiving commissions for any succeeding purchases, but of course, at no extra cost to you. So, back to the video. All right, now two more things we want to talk about. So obviously here we have the second thing. We've already went over it, but I'm going to add this point. You didn't have cancer, you're just trying to sell water machines, and she's just trying to make money. You better hope she's making money. Damn right. I hope she's just doing it actually, even if she was doing it simply just to make money. I hope for damn sure that she is. But obviously, she has had prior experience, so she actually has every impetus and inspiration and motivation to be sharing it. Because if she well and truly did have stage 4, which I'm sure she did, never met this person in my life, but I'm sure she did, then she would have every reason, and I hope for damn sure that she is making a ton of money from doing this. I hope she is. And before anyone, another thing, before anyone insinuates as to the reason why you're doing it, you ain't gonna win her over, little bro. That's not why I'm creating this. That is not the reason why I'm creating this. I'm creating this because I'm providing. Because there's no one that I know of. Well, there is actually a few more people I know of who've had the ailment, but she's the only one I know of who's had stage 4. Not only that, she seems to be the most prolific in her bloody tape, in her sharing efforts and promotional efforts of the water. So yeah, I just want it's just to provide perspective, and again, it's also for some maybe even for some of you who are newly acquainted to this whole thing, and obviously if you go on the internet and you go on just Google or you go on YouTube and you just type in, for instance, Kangen water scam, what's going to come up? The first few initial things that are going to come to the fore and as your top results, top search results, if you don't actually do any bit of digging, you will probably be led to believe that this whole thing is just a big sham. And I actually thought that for quite some time, even after having bought it. And that's why I tried to do as much research as I possibly can, specifically, going as far as talking about isotopes and deuterium, and finding out that one of the things that happens as a result of electrolysis is actually you deplete deuterium, and learning about what deuterium does to your mitochondria and all of that stuff. And so, but yeah, this is just showing perspective. Obviously, Jen, you can go and see some of her material that she creates, and she's been creating a lot of material pertaining regarding her story. And I do think it's important. And I also think it's important to as well take things with a grain of salt. Instead of getting emotionally rolled up in support of her or in antithesis, go and look at the actual meat and potatoes, which is what electrolysis does to water. Does it create hydrogen in the water? Yes, it does. Is the things that Dr. Shigeo Oto and all these other people saying about hydrogen gas and how it interacts with the body, does it have merit and is it true? I don't know. You have to find that out for yourself. Insofar as I'm concerned, I obviously think and believe that in the stuff, and that's why I'm sharing it with people. And again, if people think that, Jen, she's just sharing it because she just get the spirit fingers out. She's just doing it because she's trying to, she's predatorily preying on the weak and vulnerable. She was the one that was weak and vulnerable. She was the one that was weak and vulnerable initially. Now she's healthy. I'm assuming she's in complete remission, and she should have every reason and impetus to be wanting to share this with people. Plain and simple. But no, the first thing that comes to people's, the first thing in that person's mind was to, get her phone out and comment away at this, and it's just like there's so many more things you could be doing, and anyway. Again, I'm just creating this just to offer perspective because I think it is important. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But all it is just offering and providing perspective. Because I don't think, I think it's kind of obvious. I don't think she's, predatorily preying on weak people trying to share things. And no, she's doing it she's coming from a good place. And what's more important is what she's sharing does it have merit to it? Is there efficacy? Does it have truth to it? And I would go as far as to say that there is. So that's the video, and catch you guys on the next one. So, it is no secret, I have been using a very specific electrochemical device which is recognized as a Japanese medical graded technology. It is called a water ionizer / electrolyzer, and they are recognized for producing the branded term of water known as Kangen water. And the company that manufactures these types of devices is called, quote-unquote, Energic. For over 4 decades, Energic International has been the leading manufacturer in water ionization systems that transform regular tap water into pure, healthy, electrolytically reduced, and hydrogen-rich drinking water. The Japan-based company internationally distributes hundreds of thousands of Kangen water machines to homes all over the globe. Energic's Kangen water systems enhance nature's most vital life source using the latest scientific research and technology merged with superior Japanese craftsmanship. Energic International is the only water filtration and alkaline ionizer distribution company in the world with its own OEM manufacturing facility in Japan and ISO certified quality control processes. All employees must master high-level technological knowledge and proficiency throughout the entire process, including development, production, supply, and service. If you would like to get your very own Kangen water machine, I am a product distributor for this company and will be able to help you to get a Kangen water machine and also help acquire some of the other highly valuable and highly qualitative choices from their suite of products. I have been using my own brand that I created, Telework Aquarium, to help create content to share information about this technology to help you become acquainted. Send me a direct message on my social media and or go to the link in the description to find out how to get into contact with me. Let's transform your water and transform your life.